You just made a comment how you had no problem, taking out bad guys when the time came. Obviously, that was a long time ago. You do different stuff now. But what I'm curious about is you're a Christian. We've talked about, you talked about being close with the chaplain, being a religious man. How did you balance, I'm a Christian and I am in a job that requires me to take human life at the same time? Was that ever a struggle for you, or how did you equal that out?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a struggle. Obviously, with my worldview and understanding, the difference between good and evil, it was pretty helpful that a lot of the guys we were going after are really bad people. I tell people if we showed up on your doorstep, there was a good reason for it. In most cases, yeah, it was really kind of my faith background and what I believe in. Romans chapter 13 talks about governing authorities and specifically the one who bears the sword. So those that execute justice on behalf of God and the government and whatnot. So for me, that was very clearly defined. I didn't have a moral struggle with that at all. In the times we had to go, take life, very, very bad men, came back, had dinner and went to bed and slept great and got up in the morning and, did it again.
I've found that a lot of guys I've interviewed tend to be religious to varying degrees, but a lot of them say they're religious. In your experience, what percentage of the guys you used to work with would you say had at least a minimum level of religious beliefs?
I'd probably say about 75%, and that varied, of course, talk about what we define as religion, but someone who believes in God and, prays and things like that. I'd say to be a conservative, 50 to 75%.
And would you say if you broaden that out to the whole military, would you say the world you came from, it was more likely you'd have religious guys within the team, or would you say that the rate for the military is probably the same no matter what unit you're in?
And that's a hard question. I don't have any personal experience in, the rest of the Army, if you will. So it would be hard to make that distinction. I think overall the culture is changing. So just basically looking at culture and everything that's going on, I would probably say that percentage is lower out in the conventional Army.
Got it. And we are going to talk here not that long about kind of the country culture, how we can, iron some stuff out. You were talking about evil, and this is a question